what I want to talk about is Trump and the Antichrist. There's people that are so sure that Trump is the Antichrist. And I want to show you who Trump is. Clearly, who Trump is at this time. It's absolutely going to be the truth that I'm going to show you. And I want to make it clear and let you understand who he is and what he's doing in history at this time. In Daniel chapter 2, Nebuchadnezzar's had this dream, and Daniel's going to interpret for him. And let's look at this here, because in Daniel 2:31, Daniel's speaking to Nebuchadnezzar, and he says, "You, O king, were looking, and behold, there was a single great statue. That statue, which was large and an extraordinary splendor, was standing in front of you, and its appearance was awesome." So in this dream that Daniel's interpreting, Nebuchadnezzar has seen this awesome, great statue. And in verse 32, "And the head of that statue was made of fine gold, its breast and its arms silver, its belly and its thighs of bronze, its legs of iron, its feet partly of iron and partly of clay." Now, I'm not going to go into all the details of this. I just want to share with you who Trump is and make it clear to you. But this statue, as is commonly accepted and taught most everywhere, represents the kingdoms of the earth that have built up, starting in the Roman times when things were turning into the Iron Age, but much of everything was clay. And it's built up into this great kingdoms of the earth. This kingdom which Babylon rules over. And as he had said there, the head of the statue was made of fine gold. And going on now, verse 34, "You continued looking until the stone was cut out without hands, and it struck the statue on its feet of iron and clay and crushed them. Then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, and the gold were crushed all at the same time, and became like chaff from the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, so that not a trace of them was found. But the stone that struck the statue became a great mountain and filled the whole earth." What you're seeing here is these kingdoms that have built up on earth since the time of Christ. And you're going to have this, and the head of it is a head of gold. And as we're going to see something here very shortly. But as this statue is now built up, and it's in its glory, and it's awesome, "You continued looking until the stone was cut out without hands, and it struck the statue on its feet of iron and clay and crushed them." And it says, "Then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, and the gold were crushed all at once." This is what you're seeing here in the fall of Babylon. And in Revelation, where it's talking about in chapter 18, that the fall of Babylon will come in 1 hour of 1 day. This is just what this is talking about. And it brings down all these kingdoms, because all the money is being dumped into the United States right now. Trump is causing the money, the real estate, the investing, the stocks, the money supply, the military, everything's being dumped into the United States. And this, "You continued looking until a stone was cut out without hands." This is going to be that asteroid that you see in the first 4 trumpets that's going to hit this, just hit its foot, and cause the whole thing to come tumbling down in 1 hour of 1 day. Now, who is Trump? Let's get to this. And he says in verse 37, "You, O king, are the King of kings." You, O king, he's talking to Nebuchadnezzar, this head of gold. You're the King of kings. You rule over these kingdoms. You rule over the earth, to whom the God of heaven has given the kingdom, the power, the strength, and the glory. And wherever the sons of men dwell, or the beasts of the field, or the birds of the air, he has given them into your hand, and has caused you to rule over them. You are the head of gold. This is whose Trump is. And look at, he's making everything in the White House gold. He's bringing all this gold. He's the head of gold. Trump is not the Antichrist, and I'm going to show you in a minute here why he can't be. He's the king of Babylon. Babylon, the greatest country in the world, the country that rules over the world. So many Christians want to hate me because I tell them the United States is going to fall. The United States is Babylon. All the kingdoms of the world are going to fall. And Trump right now is that ruler who rules over the whole earth, over all these kingdoms. But it will fall from this stone, not touched by hand, not made from man, not cut out. It's an asteroid. It's what you see in the first four trumpets. It's what you see in the fall of Babylon in the book of Revelation at chapter 18. In 1 hour of one day, here it is perfect. And Nebuchadnezzar was this head of gold. He was the ruler over Babylon. He ruled over the known world. Trump is now the king of Babylon. Is Babylon going to fall in his time? It sure seems like it, and that leaves us about 3.5 years. But I'm not saying that. I don't know. All I can tell you right now is Trump is the king of Babylon. He's the ruler of Babylon, and he's the head of gold, and everything he's making is gold. And it goes on where he rules over the entire world. He affects the entire world systems. But when Babylon falls in 1 hour of one day, if he's still president then, he will fall with Babylon. And now, why he's not the Antichrist? Because number one, look at it this way. He's nearly 80. He's going to be going on 80 years old. He's over 79. He's still president. Let's just go in the middle of here that he's still the king of Babylon. He's still ruling the United States. In the middle, let's say he still has 2 years left. And then the tribulation is 7 years. And by near the end of the tribulation, this Antichrist is out ruling over the earth. He's a man of war. He's a man of strength. He's a man of military might and power. And Trump would be 90 at this point, possibly more, but certainly close to 90. Trump is the king of Babylon. He can't be the Antichrist for many reasons. That's one of them. Now let's look at Daniel chapter 11, start in verse 37. And it's speaking about the Antichrist here, Daniel 11:37. And he will show no regard for the gods of his fathers. He will show no regard for the gods of his fathers. The fathers of the United States is Christian God, the Christian God. That would be who that would be referring to. Trump, I don't care if he's phony, if he's real, it means nothing to me. We're not to be worried about the rapture. We're not to be, oh, I'll do this. Oh, I think the end's coming. We're to present our body a living sacrifice, lay ourselves out on the cross for God's use. If he wants you to go in the pre-tribulation rapture, if he has a purpose for you in the tribulation, it doesn't matter. If you've laid down your life, you're his, for his purpose. We are to be walking with God, ready, waiting, and watching, and we'll go with him. But whatever he has for you, accept it and lay down your life. Come to the cross. And he will show no regard for the gods of his fathers. Trump is carrying a Bible around. He has his own Bible. He's always at these church meetings. He's very concerned about working towards the Christians, with the Christians. So this is one reason he can't be the Antichrist, because the Antichrist will have none of that, because the Antichrist is going to say he's God. Here's another big thing going on. And he will show no regard for the gods of his fathers. Listen here. Or for the desire of women. The Antichrist is going to be a man that has no desire for women. Women don't come into his mind. He don't have a desire for sex. He don't have a desire for the pleasures of women, the looks of the images of women. He has no desire for women. Trump, as we all know, has a lot of desire for women. He's got to have the best women in every position. He is the king of Babylon, and he wants women, and he loves women. So there's another reason, nor will he show regards for any other. All right, let's start that again. And he will show no regard for the gods of his fathers or the desires of women. Two reasons that he can't be the Antichrist. Nor will he show regard for any other god, for he will magnify himself above them all. Yes, Trump magnifies himself above everything, the biggest, the best, the most. That's all you ever hear. But he says he's serving God. He's not putting himself in God's place, but the Antichrist will. In fact, the Antichrist will say he is God. So we have this, that the Antichrist will have no regard for what we know as God. He will have no desire for women. He will magnify himself above all gods. In verse 38, but instead, this is what he will do instead. Here's the Antichrist. Number 3 or 4 there, Trump is too old for what the Antichrist is going to be doing in at least 7, 8, 9, 10 years or more from now. Trump's too old for that. And he doesn't fit this description at all. And now, verse 38, but instead he will honor a God of fortresses, power, might, military. Near the end of the tribulation, he's out there at the head with this kingdom of the beast, and he is the Antichrist, coming for war with the Lord as he returns with us. He's out there in the field fighting. He's a man of war for fortresses, and he will take action against strong, verse 38, but instead he will honor a God of fortresses, a God whom his fathers did not know. He will honor him with gold, silver, costly stones, and treasures. And he will take action against the strongest fortresses with the help of a foreign god. So the Antichrist doesn't fit Trump at all. And Trump is too old to be in 7, 8, 9, 10 years or more from now to be out in the field fighting and to be conquering personally, being out there. So that Trump doesn't fit the Antichrist at all. He fits the king of Babylon, this ruler over the earth, perfectly. That is now ruling over the earth. That's the thing that restrains the Antichrist now. This kingdom's ruling, which Babylon rules over, which Trump rules over. Now, am I saying that the tribulation will start in Trump's 3.5 years he has left? I don't know. It may. It certainly seems like it could. It's set up for that. Everything's set up for that. All the money and the military being built up, and the stock market, and the real estate, and everything, AI, all coming into the United States. If the United States falls in 1 hour of one day, the king of Babylon, the head of gold going down with it, that will release the kingdom of the beast and the Antichrist, because all the kingdoms of the earth will fall with Babylon. That's what that is talking about in that statue, where that stone hits it in the foot and the whole thing crumbles in 1 hour of one day. So it certainly could, and we should be ready, waiting, and watching. But like I always say, we're to lay down our life. We're to present our bodies a living sacrifice, and whatever the Lord has for us, let's be prepared for that. So Trump is not the Antichrist. He's the king of Babylon. He's the glory of the whole world. He's the ruler of the world. And he's controlling the world by his own might and determination and power. And that's what you see in Donald J. Trump.